to investigate partial products multiplication. Why are we're doing multi-digit multiplication is why we're working on this. And one of the things that you're going to need to know very well to do this is your place values. Okay, we got to understand when there's a 3 in the tens place, it doesn't mean 3, it means 30, right? There's a place value board right up there. If you have not seen it recently, looked at it recently, there's a place value chart on your name tags, which we should probably get our name tags back on our desk. There's also a place value chart. Turn to the very front page without losing your page on page 130. If you look at the very front page at the bottom, the inside cover, yep, right at the very bottom. What I like about that one, that place value chart as well, is it shows that when you move up one place value, see those arrows? It bumps up, it says multiplying by 10, right? So if you move up by one place value, you're multiplying that number by 10, which is very neat, right? Go back to page 130. 20 times 34. I saw a few people working this out, right? What's very important when we're going to be investigating these partial products multiplication. We're going to start by looking at our partition rectangles and then transferring that. So I'm going to color code all this today. I saw a couple of people that remembered what we needed to do. When we're looking at partial products multiplication, what do we need to keep in mind?
Box for each place value.
A box for each place value, right? So in this case, we have a number with 2 place values here and a number with 2 place values here. So what we're going to need is a box that has the ability to hold 2 place values for each number. So it's a 2 in this direction, and 2 boxes in this direction. I need eyes here. I know. Actually, go ahead and write this down while we're writing it down. Okay. So, what do I need to keep in mind? How do I construct this? Yes.
30 times 34. There are 2 place values. It should be the 30 and the 4. So put 30 and 4 in the box, and then.
Hold on, right there. Excellent thought process. So this gentleman, he said, because this 34 has 2 place values, a 3 in the tens place, that would be 3 tens, which is 30, which is what we've come up with here. And then 4 in the ones place, that's 4 ones, which we've come up with here. As you can see, this 30 plus 4 equals 34. So we've just separated the number by place value.
Okay, next. So 20, it has 2, it has 2, but you can do, it has 2 place values. There's 20 and then 0. Then it's, okay, yeah. So then you have to multiply 30 by 20. So, you might know that 30 plus 2 would be, 30 times 2 would be 6. So add the 2 zeros to the end, which would be 600. And then.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I want to get this color coded. Okay, so you said 30 times 20, right? And 3 times 2 is 6, and then the 2 zeros at the end, right? I like that.
You do 20 times 4, which would be 80. So you do 20 times 4 is 80.
Because 4 times 2 is 8, and then you have that 0 since we're in the 2s and the 10s place value, right?
0. You do 30 times 0 equals 0. Then 4 times 0 equals 0.
What we have now are 4 products from the place values that we can add up. 600 plus 80 plus 0 plus 0. We can do the mental math here, and it would be 680. Now what you're going to do, you're going to transfer this into not having to build this rectangle, but understanding that what you're doing is multiplying all the place values by all the place values in the different digits. What we call partial products multiplication. So you're going to get 34 times 20. And I believe this is the way you're going to build it in this partial products multiplication. Okay. You're going to take the exact same steps with this, just without the rectangle here. So what this would look like is you're going to be multiplying the 3 and the 2, or the 30 and the 20. And it would look like this. 30 times 20 equals 600. Okay. Next step, I'll go with the green here. You're going to be multiplying the 2 and the 4, or the 20 and the 4, the 20 and the 4. So the 20 and the 4, so 20 times 4, as we came up with, is 80. Everybody stop now. I love to hear that, by the way, whoever said that. Everybody stop, and I need your eyes here. I need your eyes here. Okay. The key when you're doing this partial products multiplication, when you're starting to stack these numbers like this, is you're going to be adding these numbers down the columns. And you're going to need to make sure that your ones are all lined up, and your tens are all lined up, and your hundreds are all lined up, so you're not cross adding, coming up with some wacky number. Okay. And because there's a place value here, even though it's a 0, we're still going to multiply 30 times 0, or as you can see, 30 times 0 right here. And it's going to show that you come up with 0. And notice how I've aligned my, because it's a ones place, I've aligned that. And then last step, I have 4 times 0. Oh, so I'm multiplying that 4 times 0 here. And as we understood, it was 0. Here, as you would in your partition rectangles, and add each of the products that you've got in here. This is called partial products. What you've done is, once again, separated the numbers, the digits that you started with, into place values, and you've come up with parts of the product. Because what we've done when we've separated the digits, you could add these two numbers together. So like 30 plus 4 is 34, right? So when you've separated, more or less you've subtracted them to pull them apart. And that's what you've done here, is by separating them, you've subtracted them. To reverse that, we're going to add all of the numbers up that we've come up with. And because I've aligned my ones places very nicely, I've aligned my tens place very nicely, and I've aligned my hundreds place very nicely, I'll also come up with 680 as I did with the last.